Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about feng shui. The most important thing about feng shui is to make everyone feel comfortable so that you can live happily in your space. When you feel at ease and sleep well, your luck will naturally improve. It's not some mysterious or mystical thing. It's the same as when we talk about fate and destiny studies. All fields of study must have a basis in science and logic. As for feng shui, as a discipline that discusses people and their living environments, of course it focuses on understanding what kind of environment you are actually in so that you can judge how that environment affects you. In this field, people often like to use terms that sound professional or seem impressive to make you feel like this is a profound and advanced subject. So in feng shui, when it comes to directions, it will tell you that the front is called the vermilion bird, the back is called the black tortoise, the left is called the azure dragon, and the right is called the white tiger. In this way, it distinguishes your front, back, left, and right. When discussing the environment you live in, your living environment, of course, you need to know what is in front, behind, to the left, and to the right of where you are. These things will, as a result, influence you. The black tortoise position is behind a person and represents one's sense of security. You need to have support behind you to feel secure. For example, if you imagine someone in the living room who wants to feel safe, they will prefer to sit with their back against the wall. They wouldn't want their back to be exposed or empty. If this person is usually someone who lacks a sense of security. The vermilion bird position is in front of you. The front position represents the world you see ahead. If the world you see is chaotic, messy, or filled with people you're afraid of, for example, if your mother-in-law is right in front of you, of course, you'll feel that your future is worrisome. The left side represents rationality, while the right side represents action. In psychology, it's said that if someone is used to standing on another person's left side, it means that this person tends to be more rational in their thinking. Such a person also tends to feel less secure. Why? Because the heart is on your left side, so you're unwilling to let your heart get too close to others. In ancient times, people considered the left side to be more important or a better position. So the left side represents official fortune, rationality, and masculinity, because in ancient times, men were valued over women. The left side, being close to the heart, is seen as a more important position. As for the right side, in our daily lives, except for left-handed people, most people use their right hand to do things. The right hand is actually the extension of our emotions and feelings in action. If I love you, I'll want to hold your hand with my right hand. If I want to hit you, I'll want to use my right hand to hit you. So the right hand is considered the white tiger position. And generally, it's thought to be related to things like business or practical matters, right? I'm talking about emotions, right? Women, because women are often considered less rational. Of course, that's the view of people in ancient times. These four directions are basically set according to people's living habits and psychological emotions. Next, let's look at how the external environment can influence your emotions and psychology through these directions, affecting both your mind and body, and thereby causing changes in your fortune. This is the basic origin of the four directions, and it's also why these four directions are extremely important in feng shui. Of course, that's why people in ancient times made use of them. In front is the vermilion bird, a phoenix, symbolizing your aspirations toward the future. Behind you is the black tortoise, a dragon turtle, which represents longevity, having support and stability. On the left is the azure dragon position, signifying the flying dragon in the sky, which represents males. On the right is the white tiger position, which is more impulsive and emotional. So these are the representations used. Of course, in reality, these correspond to four constellations in the sky, but actually, you don't need to delve too deeply into that. Now, here's the question. So in feng shui, what does this mean? If it's a yin residence, like a tombstone in a grave, the area directly in front of the inscription on the tombstone is considered the vermilion bird position. That's the front of the grave, the area in front of the tombstone. If it's a home, it usually refers to the area directly in front of the main entrance when the door is opened. That's the vermilion bird position, the front of your house. That's the general logic. But in reality, for many of us nowadays, when we open our front door at home, what we see is just the door of the neighbor across from us. Or when we open our door, it's the elevator doors. That's because you live in an apartment, and when you open your door, you really can't see much of anything. So does that mean that everyone living in an apartment now has no prospects ahead of them? Is that how we should see it? Actually, that's not the case. When we talk about feng shui and orientation, what we mean is, in this space, what is my main channel of communication and interaction with the outside world? And what is the main source of influence between myself and the outside? Simply speaking, when it comes to a residence, what do you think is your biggest channel of communication with the outside world? Is it your front door? More often, it's the balcony in your living room, right inside your living room, where you can look out at the scenery beyond the balcony. From there, you can tell if it's windy or rainy outside, or whether it's sunrise or sunset. So in reality, within your home, the true vermilion bird position actually refers to the largest opening to the outside in your space. Now you might say, teacher, in our home, the living room, or well, What if there are two large openings, one on each side? How do you determine which one counts? We can go into a detailed analysis of this with everyone another time. Now, once you have identified the vermilion bird position and are looking outward from it, the left-hand side is the azure dragon position. The right-hand side is the white tiger position, and behind you is the black tortoise position. This way, you can determine the true 4 directions in your home. I want to remind everyone that these directions are not the usual north-south or east-west orientations you often hear about. In fact, in feng shui, when we talk about positions, we are really referring to these 4 directions: front, back, left, and right. These 4 directions are what truly have an impact on a person. As I mentioned earlier, feng shui is about how the environment affects a person's mind and body, which in turn influences your fortune. How does the environment affect a person's physical and mental state? That depends on how people interact with their environment. The way we perceive things mentally and physically, this is what truly matters in feng shui when it comes to the influence of the front, back, left, and right on a person. These are the directions that feng shui really cares about. Next, some people might ask, teacher, but we live in a residential complex or a community. Should we also consider the position of our building or our community? Actually, that's correct. In principle, when it comes to a single apartment unit, what you should look at is the largest opening to the outside within that space. Oh, but if we're talking about an entire building, everyone relies on the main entrance of that building when coming and going. And for people living in a residential complex or community, their entry and exit point is the main gate of that community. So, from the perspective of a large community, it will have its own vermilion bird position. A building will have its own vermilion bird position, and your home will have one that belongs to your household alone. Many people might think, wow, doesn't that make things really complicated? If I live in a community, does that mean there are 3 vermilion bird positions influencing each other? That's right, that's exactly how it is. In advanced feng shui, more nuanced judgment is required. Why is it that many people, when arranging layouts or consulting feng shui, end up placing things in a way that seems odd and clearly doesn't work? It's actually because their fundamental judgments are all wrong. If we get the chance, we can talk more about how to distinguish these 3 types, from your personal orientation, to the building, to the larger environment, and how these directions influence each other. But for today, at least you should know that, oh, it turns out the real vermilion bird position in our home is not actually the main entrance. It's actually the area you see when you look out from your living room balcony. That way you can understand, oh, what's in front of our home? This is something that will affect us, and you can have this basic concept. All right, thank you, everyone. As for our channel, up until now, we've often encountered many viewers asking all sorts of questions. Starting this year, we're planning to launch a new program called Dagen Mailbox. If you have any questions, aside from asking me to tell your fortune, whether it's something unclear about learning metaphysics or any questions about life topics, you can leave a message on our official website, our fan page, or right below this video. We'll regularly organize and answer these questions in the Dagen Mailbox segment. We'll create dedicated videos to answer everyone's questions so that you can get clear and thorough explanations.